Yeah.
Never trust a bar. Never trust a bar. Never trust a bar.
You know, what I just noticed.
Hey there, fuck faces. Who gives a shit about the intro no one can see? Look, go ahead.
Was Whoopi wearing the same fucking shirt in that picture?
No.
Hey, she's wearing now.
I don't know.
No, it's the same one in a different pattern. I have 4.
All right, well, Chris fucked it up right off the bat because now Whoopi's here. We have to do the introduction right away. And let's not talk about the video that 12 people see.
How come
The
only
majority
12
of our
see?
viewers always are listeners.
Yeah, but we made the video to emphasize Dead Sexy and a few other...
Yeah, but these assholes still will not
I
fucking tune into our
know.
YouTube, but I don't blame them. I don't watch podcasts on YouTube.
I do sometimes.
If I'm at the house, I'll watch. There's a few of them I may end up watching. Pat McAfee, I'll watch stuff like that. But yeah, for the most part,
But I mean, if I want to see what the guest and, you know, see what they're about, what they look like and stuff like that, then I'll watch it.
yeah, I guess. But the majority of our shows, we don't even have guests, so it's just our dumb, ugly faces up there and
Today
staring
we
at
have
us for an
the
hour and
guest.
20. Well, and then we have Whoopi. She's, you know, at this point, she's part of the show, so she don't even really count at this point.
Hey, you know who's not part of the show?
Aw.
Sean Winter.
He ain't ever going to be part of the show
Fuck.
because
Is he one of the
you.
flakers?
Oh, you
he's
flaked
not
twice now.
one of the flakers. He is the flake.
How? It was supposed to be him the whole time?
Well, I would still call Sam the flake.
But Sam's been on the show like 3 times.
But it took her 9 promises
No
to
sick
be on the
days,
show
people.
before
No
she'd
sick
been
days.
on.
Yeah, you're right. It got her a little while to get in, but maybe she was nervous because she hasn't flaked since she's been part of the first time.
No, she hasn't.
So maybe she was just scared to be on the show.
It's intimidating. It's
might have
intimidating to
been.
be with you fellas.
Well, welcome everybody, and all I got to say is today it's pretty fucking hot outside. It's not cool.
Yeah, it's a Cincinnati fake fucking
is a
spring.
fake.
It was like 28 yesterday or something like that.
Yeah, that's why my
balls off.
nose has been a fucking bitch all week, leaking like a motherfucker because of the stupid weather.
Right, yeah,
I
it
can't
sucks.
stand it. I mean, it's great that it's 75 degrees outside, but pick a fucking temperature,
Current
Cincinnati.
condition 77.
77?
Yeah.
Which is perfect.
Don't plant your tomatoes, people. It is a lie. Jason is right.
Yeah.
Winter is not over.
No, not in Cincinnati. It's going to be, at least it'll get down to 30 or 40 again.
Oh, no
We
doubt.
might not hit the 10s again, but we're still going to hit some low
we might,
temperatures.
though.
Who fucking knows?
Tomorrow is supposed to be like butt tons of rain. They said up to 2 inches of rain. Now think about that. That's flooding everywhere.
I don't want to think about that because it's in my basement.
Yeah,
Don't look down there.
It floods pretty hard in Anderson, man. It kind of sucks. I don't know why it floods so hard over in this way. I couldn't, I have 3 ways out from my house. I can go down 4 Mile, I can go down Sutton, or I can go the other way towards Beachmont. Well, the 2 down towards the
What's your
river were
address, too?
off. 777 Laverty, come at me, bitches. Come on, bring it. Give a fuck. Anyways. I couldn't get it down to the fucking road. It was flooded all week. The roads were closed where I live.
Hey, Whoopi, $100 says that's edited out.
Fuck
before it
you, dude! Donkey balls over here. I don't give a fuck.
We wanted to we were talking about having some guests on. He goes, I don't want that fucker to know where I live. Now, fucking, that's going to be edited out. You know what it's going to
Doesn't
be?
matter. They won't come.
It's going to be, you're going to say, hey, why don't you just tell them where you live? Laverty, bitches, come get me. That's what it's going to
Dude,
be.
I told you the only reason I bought my gun is to hoping I get to shoot someone one day and kill them. But I want it to be legal. I want to kill a person.
A bad person.
Oh, there's
legally,
been a lot of-
bad person, whatever. But I want to get that out of me. God damn it! Fuck y'all. Bring it on.
A lot of talk about that on the Nextdoor app recently. There was a teen lurking in Mount Carmel, and they were all talking like this conversation online on this message board was talking about how to make sure that someone is in your home enough that if you kill them, it's not illegal.
That's bullshit. They used
Make
to
sure
say,
they cross the
they used to say,
threshold.
drag them in. They used to say, oh, somebody's in your trying to get in your window. You grab them, you drag them in, and then you shoot them.
That's tough guy shit. That's some shit that doesn't really happen. That's some shit some guys like drinking a couple beers at
I'd
the bar.
shoot 'em
Like,
But when
you know what I do, bro? Drag him in and shoot him, man.
When you were real young,
Fuck you.
when you were probably a teenager or a little bit younger, that really was the law. If they were in your home, you could shoot them.
Is it
and then
not?
they no, now you got to be in fear for your life.
I think it depends on the state. I think in Florida, if they look at you the wrong
Stand
way,
your
you're
ground.
legally allowed shooting them if they're
In
a different
Ohio,
color.
they have to be. You have to fear for your life. Or your family's life, or whatever. But when I was growing up in Arizona, they just had to physically be in your home. So it was true. You could literally pull them
I've
in.
feared for my life in a couple Ubers. Was I allowed to legally shoot them in the back of the head?
I'd say yes.
Maybe once they stop,
I might not want to test that.
I would say that. I mean, fear for your life is self-defense, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
A lot
I
of
think
pussies out there.
Huh?
A lot of pussies out
there
there.
are a lot of pussies out there. That's the problem. And most of the tough guys are pussies. So
It's coming right at
Well,
us.
there was a cop recently who just got off. He shot a guy in a movie theater because the guy threw popcorn at him, and
why do you throw popcorn at him?
they were in an argument because the popcorn guy was using his phone, and the cop was, enjoying a movie with his lady, and he shot this guy.
Using
He's
his
like,
phone
he
how?
threw popcorn at me.
Like using his phone how? Is the motherfucker watching a video while the movie's going
I think
on?
he was
Or is he just...
texting.
Oh, I don't care about that. Calm
Well,
down.
I mean, it does make a
Calm
pretty
down.
bright light in a
Yeah,
dark theater.
Calm down. All right, I just paid $13, $15 for a movie ticket.
I mean, I might throw popcorn at you.
Go
I'm
fuck
not going to
yourself.
shoot you.
No,
but I
if-
might
if-
throw popcorn
if-
at you.
If the asshole's in there watching TikTok videos or, watching YouTube
Yeah.
videos or something like that, and they're
There's
watching
a
them out
line.
loud, or the thing that, let's admit it, black people do it. They
talk a lot,
They
yeah.
use the No, you racist. They use
In the
speakerphones.
movie theaters, they do.
They use speakerphones. That for whatever reason, I noticed that more with white people. Don't do it that much. Asians do it a lot. Black people do it a lot. I've noticed. Some white people, they're annoying fucks too.
Get
Anyhow,
your AirPods out.
yeah. Anyways, I need to know if there's some kind of audible thing. If there's audible thing going on, then I'm on the cop side. God damn it, they should have shot him. But if it's just the light's too bright and my girlfriend's complaining at me, go fuck yourself, copper. Do life.
Reeves confronted Olsen about texting during the previews before the movie, according to a criminal
We're just
complaint.
texting.
And the guy told him to fuck himself.
Reeves claimed he shot Olsen in self-defense when the two got into an argument over Olsen texting.
Was it heavy popcorn?
His wife said he was messaging their daughter's babysitter during a screening of Lone Survivor in a movie theater.
Nope.
Great movie.
He threw a bag of
down.
popcorn at
was a great
Reeves,
movie.
the off-duty officer, who then took out a handgun and fired, hitting the other guy in the chest.
Well, which one was Lone Survivor?
Mark Wahlberg. He was a team of 4 people went to
Okay, it
Afghanistan to kill that guy.
Oh.
It wasn't the Bradley Cooper dorky guy that ended up dying.
No,
But he was a total nerd who
Lone
used to
Survivor
brag.
was the Mark Wahlberg
All right.
one. Where his
That
other
movie was all right.
his
I
other
mean, Marky
troop died.
Mark. It's okay.
Well, he was the only one left. The other
He's
ones
a
died.
beefcake, isn't he?
Yeah.
That Marky Mark, he's a beefcake.
His brother didn't take me on a roller coaster, so
Hey, I
that
bet
whole
you-
family's dead to me.
I bet you got a lot of good vibrations when you used to look at him. Huh?
Ooh, feel the vibration. What do you mean? Let's rewind here. Did you hang out with Donnie Wahlberg?
Yeah, I took him to Kings Island
Wait a minute, why did you take the new kid on the
for
block?
work when I worked at Riverbend.
Okay, your job was.
I ran errands for bands. I did their grocery shopping and took them
And
places.
an errand
got their
is to
dry
run on the
cleaning.
Kings Island?
He wanted to go to Kings Island with his boys, the Jabberwockies, because if he's going to die on a roller coaster.
Did anybody
he wanted
recognize
to-
him?
I don't know
This
because
wasn't
that motherfucker
1989.
didn't take me on the roller coaster. 15 dudes got out of my van and got on little golf carts to get like VIP treatment to go be taken to the Viper or something. It was a new roller coaster
And you just had to stay in the van?
for 3 hours.
How long ago was this?
I don't know, 10 years ago or something. So, but on the way back, we did stop at Wendy's and he got me a Coke and some fries that I wanted real bad.
That's nice. I don't know
and
why you
then
had to
from
change
So
that.
you
there-
sat in the van while they were in there
Yeah.
in the park?
So from there, people
What are you paying
recognized
fucking
him from
ticket?
there and drove from Kings Island all the way back to Riverbend. And when we got there, he was a cool guy. He was super nice. He noticed that they had been following us the entire time, and he waved them back, and they followed us back, and they got to meet him and get autographs. And
Was he your
pictures and shit.
coolest celebrity experienced? It can't be, right? Marky Mark can't, or not Marky. If it was Marky Mark, it probably would be. But Donnie Don,
yeah.
not so much.
I mean,
no one gives a fuck
I
about
could
him.
technically say I've been kissed by Tommy Lee. I feel like that's pretty cool.
I mean, who hasn't?
No, if you'd been fucked by Tommy Lee, that would have been really cool.
Well, I don't know. I think it's probably harder to get a kiss from him than a fuck. You know,
it'd
Tommy
be
Lee's just
easier to
slinging
just
dick.
jump on his dick.
Well, I got a funny story. One of those stories like yours, the famous people thing. When we were at the club, we used to have country concerts. Okay, and we had big names.
Sorry.
No, we had big names,
Don't
but they
matter.
weren't. We didn't have like the Garth Brooks, but we had some of the bigger names that were touring with big shows, and then they wanted to be the headliner, so they would play our place. Our place held about 3,000 or 4,000 people. So there was this guy that was huge back in the early or late '90s. His name was Tracy Bird. He was huge.
I know the name.
Yeah, he was gigantic and good-looking guy, and women loved him. Well, at our old club, you waited in line indoors because it was inside of a mall. So we literally, his concert was that night. He was there, and there was about 1,500 people standing in line waiting to get in. And it was so funny. He was sitting in the dressing room. We were bullshitting. I think we were having a beer. And he's like, have you ever played that fucking NASCAR game where you drive the cars, blah, blah, blah? And I said, yeah. As a matter of fact, the mall's got one up the road, up the thing. He goes, no fucking way. Let's go play.
Nice.
And I'm like, well, the only way to get there is walking through the crowd. He goes, watch. Puts a baseball hat on. We walked right out the door. And we're walking along this whole fucking line. And one girl says, hey, Chris, is he here yet? I'm like, yeah, I think he's in there somewhere. And he was right next to me. And not one fucking person recognized this
That's
guy.
just the right amount of famous.
Yeah,
That's
where you can go
where
around
you
not being
can-
seen.
Yeah, you can go out and blend in and nobody fucking bothers you.
But I mean, a baseball hat.
perfect.
If you would have went out with a cowboy hat on, they would have noticed him right off the bat. Or a fucking...
Yeah, like
Or-
when
or no hat.
I seen Bruno Mars out and about, and he was dressed up like Bruno Mars.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, if you just dressed like a normal dude and you didn't have two guys that were both 6'9", 380 flanking you on the side, and you're dressed in your fucking Bruno Mars
Well,
outfit,
he wasn't dressed
you may
for
as
the
well
show
be
yet.
dancing
I'm gonna
down
be
the
myself,
fucking things.
man.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't dressed for the show yet. He didn't have Wranglers and boots and all that. He had a pair of Levi's and tennis shoes, and he put a baseball hat on,
Yeah.
and he fucking...
It's a job.
Walked right
you
out.
know, It's a job. It's a costume, I
Yeah.
guess.
Well, no,
Most
actually-
people are real nice, I guess.
Oh, no, you know what? I haven't met any... I met a lot of famous people in my life. I mean, we were in Vegas when I was a kid.
That was a humble brag.
And my dad was... No, my dad was met
Me
at
too.
the Sands.
Me and Leo used
But
to
then we
jerk
had-
off together.
We had a lot of fucking of concerts, and you know some of these were big names. I didn't meet any pricks except for a couple. There were a couple that were just dicks, but most of them, for the most part, they're just normal fucking people.
There were tour managers who I
well, yeah, but those are the
despised,
kind of
but,
guys that would be
you
dicks
know.
as tour
But they're
managers.
the ones that
Chinny.
are supposed to be dicks.
if you're out
Well, it's
there.
middle management. Middle management sucks everywhere you go. That's all a
they
tour
think
manager
they're-
is.
oh, sometimes they think they're on the stage, man. They think they're writing the tunes.
They're not.
My weirdest one, a country singer. In the matter of fact, this guy's in the fucking. He's won Grammys. He's won like 5 Grammys. His name is Marty Stewart. Weirdest one ever.
Sounds like a name.
Yeah, it was a
No.
big name.
No?
He was huge in the country music. He's staying in the fucking hotel right across the freeway. And he said, come pick me up around 6. The show starts at 7:30. Pick me up around 6. It was fucking snowing and ice and freezing fucking balls. And we get in the car and we drive over here. And as soon as we get to the mall, we were all the way around the other side of the mall. He goes, hey, drop me off here. I feel like walking. It was windy and butt cold and fucking ice. And he just got out in his fucking concert, outfit just to fucking walk around the fucking mall. I said, you're weird. I think he was...
You're weird.
I think he was going, do some drugs, do whatever
Yeah,
the fuck
you're,
he's doing.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've been told sometimes, like, don't take him anywhere I don't tell you to take him. Okay.
And then what happens when he tells you to
Whoa.
take him there?
no.
Yeah. No.
I mean,
I'm 18. I'm in charge of this.
what if Marty
No.
or what if Donnie Wahlberg would have said, "Hey, take me somewhere where I can see some tits." You'd have driven him to a titty bar, wouldn't you?
No, man. My $10 an hour job is on the line. Okay. I got integrity.
$10 an hour job.
I don't work for that fool. I work for the guy who's in charge of him.
Oh, fuck. I once blew
Not even him.
What?
You once blew who?
Huh?
You blew who?
somebody?
Did I say that?
You said I once blew.
Yeah. I forgot, yeah. No, I once blew Alan Jackson right outside of Nashville. He, I didn't know. You know, I mean,
You didn't know it was him?
It was a glory hole. So I didn't know it was on the other side. But then as soon as he came, he's like, way down yonder on Chattanooga, she got hotter than a huge cooch. Whatever the fuck he says. I don't remember the actual
Oh, yeah,
lyrics.
you have no
But he
idea.
actually, as soon as he comes, he sings that every time. Didn't know.
Never heard that
So,
song.
oh, fuck, Alan Jackson. Blew Alan Jackson. Yep. Nashville's never been the same.
What would have been funner if you were sucking a dick in there, and then like he came and started singing.
Yeah.
But he started singing a Brooks and Dunn tune. You knew there was another dick in there waiting to come out.
That would have sucked.
Yeah, there's two of
God
them.
damn. Well, I'm glad I'm not sucking more than one dick in Nashville. You know, one's enough.
You were man in the glory hole, dude.
You have to do what you got to do. You know what I mean?
You didn't have a
It's
hotel
the
for the
rules.
night.
The rules of the road. They're rough. They're rough.
Hey, I've got something for us here to talk about.
All right, fine.
In the past, we've talked about nasty, dirty sex practices.
I haven't.
Yeah, you have. Matter of fact, your favorite one has become munging.
Well, you've told me about it. I'm just saying I've never brought them to the table.
But I've got this one here was brought to us by none other than dead sexy Matt Hudson.
Oh, Hat Mudson, dead sexy motherfucker.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like something he'd try. I mean, really, Matt seems all mild
Hi, Matt.
mannered. When you hear this, you sick bitch, you won't be saying
Hey.
hi, Matt.
Well, how do you like your chicken?
Raw.
Perfect for you.
That's crazy.
My God, soulmates,
Perfect
motherfucker.
for you. All right, this one is called now. I mean, people actually probably do this. I think it's called Space Duck Fondue. I'd never heard of it, and Matt said it a couple times, and I was like, I got to know what that is. So I went to the standard Urban Dictionary. It's a variation of the classic space duck, generally reserved for parties. Here, one female is chosen to serve as the fondue pot. One male who has taken a gentle laxative shits watery diarrhea into the woman's vagina, thus filling the space duck fondue pot. Next, each man at the party takes turn dipping his hard pole in the fondue pot, covering it with shit. Finally, each man's partner licks the feces off his shit-encrusted dick as if it were a chocolate-covered banana. I know there's people that like to eat shit and stuff, but you'd have to have a whole party full of people that like to eat shit and stuff.
Like in the same geographic vicinity.
Wait a second here. Where's the fondue pot again? I missed the beginning.
The woman's pussy's the fondue pot.
That's what I thought.
She rolls on her back. Some guy
in
shits
this
diarrhea into it.
fantasy, vaginas open up like
Bowls.
purses and
Yeah.
just stay that way, and you
No,
can splash around.
I imagine if
on
you
their
threw your legs
surface
over,
water.
if you threw your legs over and spread the legs real good, you could peel it open.
No, man, that's why my guy now has to stick something in there all the time and make it open.
Yeah, she's got a
Muscles,
point there.
dude.
The speculum.
No,
It's
I
called
don't-
the speculum.
Matt
I own
Hudson's
one.
a fucking liar.
What, you think Matt made it up?
No, there's another one called an
written
Alabama
really well.
hot pocket.
Everybody
You know
knows
what?
that
These
one.
are like flavors of sodas that don't tell you anything about what it is. You know, excitement is not a flavor of soda.
What is that noise?
It's your,
moaning.
It's your dogs.
Oh, it's my dogs fighting?
Sounded like somebody was fucking.
Oh.
So, let's say you're at a party, and everybody's having a good time. A little strip poker happens, and somebody says "Space Duck Fondue," and,
I walk out the room.
and
No,
some
I'm
woman
in. I'm
runs
seeing
in
the
with her
plot.
arms up, saying, "I get to be the fondue pot."
Oh my God, what a whore.
A whore with an infection.
A horrible infection.
Well, future infection anyways.
My ex-wife told me today that gonorrhea and syphilis are making huge comebacks.
I like
Yeah,
that.
hookup culture, bro.
Works-
That's
She
what
works
you and
in
your
doctor's
ex-wife talk about.
No, she works in the doctor's office.
I get
and
it,
she
but-
said huge comeback.
Wow.
We're coming back, bro. Gonorrhea, we got it coming. Feel
Well,
the burn.
The only good thing about those two things, I think it's just a
Penicillin.
shot's all it needs, yeah.
As Richard Simmons says,
cured that
sweat,
shit.
it does a body good.
I'm so glad he's back. He's like missing for a long time.
Is he back? Where's he at? I mean, he's on my
you know what?
calendar, but I
think
mean, I
he's
just happened
kind
to
of
see that on
back.
Amazon.
He's made some like social media posts, but he was people thought he was locked up in his own home for a while.
Has he came out yet?
I don't know about out,
Yeah.
but he's made communications.
Oh, shit, you know what I just thought about? It is time for our phone call.
Oh, you want to call Bob?
We have to. It's
Why don't you-
expecting the call. Now, listen.
Why don't you set it up?
This is my friend from Arizona. His name is Bob Rocky. He's a stand-up comedian. This fucking guy, we had him on the show once before. This guy has had a fucking crazy life, crazy fucking party life, lots of drugs, some prison time. Now he's on the straight and narrow. His stand-up comedy's kind of taken off a little bit. But he heard one of the podcasts we were talking about, and we were talking about some shit earlier, and he said, oh, my God, I got a story about that. And first of all, I got to tell you that any story you hear from Bob is going to be the truth. This guy's had a fucking crazy life.
Does he answer phones on the first try?
Be nice to get a new set of stories.
Hey, really glad you called. Unfortunately, I was unable to answer.
Yeah, it sounds like a
phone.
voicemail.
Would love to hear back from you.
He's lying.
You can either call
Am I
back
supposed
or
to be
leave me a message.
He's calling back.
Boy,
Ooh.
He is.
I'm real excited to hear from you.
Hello.
Good Lord.
Somebody tried to call. Somebody tried to call me from this number.
Yeah, we're calling about open enrollment for health insurance.
Absolutely. You looking to get an exam going or something?
Bob, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, bud, is this what's the new name?
Can you hear anything?
I'm up in Shello. What's the new name of the?
We had to change it to never trust a fart.
Which is good.
Yeah, it's a good one. YouTube kicked us off the air because Jason here decided our background one show should be a close-up of Hope Solo's asshole.
Ooh, okay. And they
That-
don't like that?
No, they didn't like it. They kicked us right off.
Yeah, but they show Kanye all the time.
Bob, what's going on, buddy? How's the stand-up comedy biz?
It's going. It's going. I just treat it as it's like a hobby now. You know, I'm having fun in my old age.
You're a few years older than me. You still getting you still got any lead left in the pencil there, Bob?
Well, it's funny you should say that. Most of the time, it's like a piece of taffy. You know, I can sling it around. If there's something underneath the dresser that nobody can reach, I can sling it under there, maybe snatch it. But I actually the pills don't work for me.
The boner pills don't work for me?
No, they
Oh,
don't.
they
They
work
don't
for
work
me.
for you either?
No, they work for me.
Oh, boy. No, I'm into a thing called Trimix.
Do tell.
Trimix. You want me to tell you a little bit about it?
Hell yes.
You can't just mention it.
Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you about the Trimix. The Trimix is a concoction you get from a pharmacy, a compound pharmacy. Sweet Jesus, I don't know what the fuck that is different from the regular pharmacy, but take and you inject your penis.
You inject it?
You inject the penis on the side, either side of the penis in the fatty areas, and you inject it anywhere from 1 milligram to whatever the doctor, your urologist will suggest. And in less than 3 to 5 minutes, you are a specimen of Adonis. You can hang well, Chris. You can hang towels and stuff, trouble lights, and you could probably jack up a Ford 250 with your piece. I've seen it.
Don't give him a big head, man.
Oh no, you don't know.
I do know. Believe me, I know. I've heard plenty. He don't shut the fuck up about it. But either way, he was rated a 4 point something by a few ladies, all right?
A few women that are probably fucking the Trojan army. Bob, you've seen my dick. You've seen my dick 100 times.
Bob must have seen a lot of white dick in his life. That's the problem. He's not comparing it to those monsters
We
that are
lived
down
together.
the street.
We worked together. We lived together for years. Bob, let me ask you a question. If you had my dick, if my dick was magically taken off my balls and set onto yours, would you indeed brag about it?
Absolutely, I brag about what I got now, and it's more like a piece of sogwood, but I'm good with it. Now, since I've been using the Trimix, it curves a lot to the right, like a divining rod. It's not a bad unit.
Bob, before we get into the story, say hi to Whoopi. Our news lady is on with us today.
Whoopi?
Hey, Bob, I can
Hi, Whoopi.
barely hear you, but I hear you say my name.
We
I
can
like
all
that.
hear him fine. I don't know why you're getting a bad mix, because it's loud to me.
I've heard a lot about you.
Have you?
A lot.
What about her?
Oh.
Yes,
Late at night, I
I've heard a
hope.
lot about you.
Well, she gave a blumpkin and a portalet, so I mean that's really all
That's what
you
made me
need to know.
famous.
She actually gave
my
a
God.
blumpkin, Bob,
And a portalet.
It was beautiful.
at
How
a
about
concert in
An
the
act of
summertime.
love.
Yeah, in
Keep
July.
telling these fools this. They don't believe me. They don't understand what real love is. That's all.
Bob,
Well,
and all the
that's-
fucked up stuff you've done in your life, have you ever received or given a blumpkin? Ever? And we did some fucking horrible, scary stuff.
Particularly nothing as raunchy as the Blumpkin, but I've done some and been a part of some great experiences that are off the charts. Oh my God, off the charts.
Well, we called you
And-
today to talk about a specific experience that happened.
Oh yeah. I remember that. I remember it because something to do with a canine. Is that right?
That's right, and a flight attendant.
Yeah, flight attendant from American Airlines. This was back. This is when I was in my career of being a club disc jockey, and this was when vinyl was around, Whoopi. Vinyl. It was, there were albums. We played albums and stuff. And we drank huge amounts of
Who's this
liquor.
other guy?
And oh my God, it was like rock starish. Am I right, Chris?
At the time, it was, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm working in Arlington, Texas. And it was back in 1984. Yeah, I hadn't quite went to rehab yet. So it was in 1984. And there was cocaine and stuff involved in the club. And it was party. It was just beautiful. It was just free love. And, everybody had bushes. Everybody had, the women had bushes. The guys had bush. It was just bush. It was like, forget it. We got hair on our
Did
back.
it stink?
Go ahead and just rub it.
Does it smell like pee
So-
pants all the time?
Well,
What did the 80s smell like?
The 80s smelled like Drakkar.
Oh, wow.
Jakar and cocaine, I
Okay.
think.
I immediately am transported, yes.
Yes. Now, there's since American Airlines was located headquarters in Dallas, Fort Worth, they would come to party at Bobby McGee's. Whoops! Oh, they're no longer around, so fuck them. Yeah, Bobby McGee's. I'm not going to say the owner's name, Bob's car, but they would come and
Inside
party
jokes.
and start with happy
J
hour,
stuff.
and there was this. You know how a lion will look at the herd of an antelope and see the weak one,
Yeah.
and then pounce and just shred it? Well, I saw this weak one, this flight attendant, and I saw her over a period of a few months, and she loved her alcohol, and I would be more than happy to make sure she was feeling no pain. So one night, I got brave enough, and I asked her if she wanted to go for a ride. She said yes. So I took her to my apartment, and this is all while I'm on the clock. And so I took her to my apartment. She's out of her mind, drunk. I think her name was Brandy. I really think so, but I don't know. And the name is not important. What is important is that when I had moved from Phoenix to Arlington, I brought my little. I was living with my future wife at the time, and she was working, so I had the whole apartment to myself. And so I brought Brandy in, and we sat down and
You're a
helped her
horrible
out with a
person.
little- it was some of it is cloudy. I can't remember a lot,
I like
but
that.
I know I wasn't married, so I'm good there. I'm good there on that moral standpoint.
So God
So
was all
Brandy
right.
she was on the couch, right? And I also brought my little dog, Scooby. Scooby was the greatest miniature dachshund ever in the world. He was gifted. He had a pink pencil that was like like a tomahawk missile. It was almost the full body length. His pencil was just impressive, and he showed it to everybody. Anybody that wanted to see it, he could on command. So anyway, long story shorter, Randy and I are getting down on the couch, and I'm making out with her. Brandy. Now Scooby's running around playing with his tennis ball or something, I thought. So Brandy's laying down. She is so fucking drunk. She has no idea what's going on. And I thought I did pretty good for the minute and 22 seconds that I lasted as I was banging her. And I was sweaty and I needed some water. So I raise up. She's still laying down. And all of a sudden, like a bullet, like a fucking bullet, Scooby just jumps on the couch and goes right for the honey pot.
With his tongue or his
laying-
dick?
Oh no! There was no penetration from his dick. He had his snout in there.
Ugh.
He was he was making sure the walls were clean and everything else was clean. And he
I've
was
actually
going
seen
to
that happen
town.
myself.
So she didn't know he was there,
Beautiful. She thought it was me.
Well, I
Okay.
was-
She thought it was me, and she goes, "Oh, that feels so good." And I go, "Oh, good, joy."
At first,
Brandy,
I was
that's
thinking,
great.
poor Brandy, a minute and a half, you're sweaty and you need a drink. But then Scooby comes along and saves the day. You owe him a bit of thanks.
Yeah, you should have rubbed some peanut butter on that twat while she was out.
Yeah.
No,
Took a
that would
nap.
have ruined it.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Scooby had a peanut allergy. You'd have killed him.
That would have been the
Nice.
best part.
So how long did he lick her box for?
He snouted her box.
A good
No.
minute. A good 2 minutes. Now, 2 minutes of licking
Jesus,
box
that's a long time.
is not that long, but it's longer than normal.
Well,
for
licking
a
box
dog.
time
You
goes a
get
little bit
there.
slower than normal time. You know?
Now, here's what got it. At one point, I guess he was getting too aggressive because she goes, "Oh, ow, that hurts! Don't bite me." So
They're nibblers.
he was nibbling, I guess. So what I did is I tried to pull him out or pull him off, and he growled. He showed his teeth at me, and I said, "Wow, don't worry about it." And then he took a trip. You know, I definitely pulled him off, not yanked him off or anything. You know, jacked him up. But because that pencil was out there, he was ready to seal the deal.
I wonder why he
She
didn't.
never knew.
I wonder why he focused on the foreplay.
Well, he was raised good.
Yeah.
You know, I raised him well.
He's a giver.
He's a giver. He was raised wonderfully.
Ah,
It
good
was,
job.
Really was a
Good
good,
job.
boy.
So to sum it all up, guys, Bob met a lady, got her all loaded up on cocaine and alcohol, brought her home to cheat on his wife. She was too really drunk to decide what was going on. Bob fucked her anyways, and then the dog licked her pussy. So that's the sum up story, right?
That's the 2022
that was-
version.
But in 1984, that shit was all right.
It was
This
more
bitch
romantic
wanted to
than
fuck,
that.
so I
but
took
yeah.
her back to my apartment.
It was more romantic than that.
I could see
You
the
make it-
romance
you-
in that.
Yeah.
There was a
He makes it
courtship.
sound so dirty.
Yeah, I'm
There was
skipping
a
the Kenny
courtship.
Loggins on the way home. And
So you know
stuff.
what I think I'd have done while the dog was licking the pussy and because I'm a dick. I mean, you're a dick too, but you're more of a dick than me actually. But I think what I would have done is went and laid my head on her chest and go, "It does feel good."
I would have went full role reversal and stayed butt naked and just sat on the ground and barked. You know, just she breaks out of her drunken stupor and thinks she woke up in some fucking shitty big movie where we switched roles.
Well, I was thinking about later on. I was thinking, why didn't I lay down next to her, and then Scooby could have changed back from me to her. You know, he could have.
Exactly.
Oh, you wanted Scooby to lick your balls?
Yeah,
Well, why wouldn't I get any of that?
you got a good point. You raised
Yeah.
him. You know, you deserve the ball licking,
mean-
not her. What's this bitch? She just came by recently and she's getting her pussy licked. You've been feeding this motherfucker
She-
for years and no ball licking. I'm with
It's
you, man.
the pheromone smell.
Is that what it is?
That's it.
That's a big word.
It is for me. It's the pheromones coming out
know-
of that vag. It was like Brandy was in heat.
Oh yeah, and just like dogs always eat the tampons if you leave them laying around.
Who the fuck leaves them laying around?
Well, they're in the garbage, but a dog's got a smart snout. He can get that shit up, get that
You
tampon
flush
out.
those.
Oh.
Flush
Now,
those.
Plumbers love
Now,
You
that.
know
I
how
had-
much plumbers cost? My God. If I'm in
oh my
public,
God.
though,
Yep.
fuck, man. That whole thing's everything. Wrapper,
Clean it up.
applicator.
Did you ever see Brandy again, Bob?
You know what? A few times she did continue to come in. Now I had told one of the bartenders, and you know how how the bartenders at McGee's were. Everybody was real sarcastic, and I told him about her. And whenever she would come in, all the bartenders, because he couldn't keep a secret, all the bartenders, everybody would start woof woof barking.
As they should.
And it was beautiful. I don't know if any of them bought their dogs to her, but it was just one of those whims. Just a beautiful. You know, there's no coincidences in life at all.
I don't know if it's better or worse that she left thinking that she was just really ugly as a dog and people barked at her. or
She-
the
true.
real true facts.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd rather think. Yeah,
Yeah.
if given the choice.
Is that an ignorance is bliss situation? I'm not real sure.
Scooby, what?
I don't
Bob?
know if she was in. I think. Well, she was with American Airlines for a while, and I don't know if she had anything to do with the training or anything with new with the with drug sniffing dogs or anything. I don't know if she had anything to do with that. I don't know.
Probably not.
She had
No.
some Scooby
Brandy
treats in her
was kind of
pocket.
hot though.
She got lucky.
She's probably going to a couple of AA meetings or something, or hopefully she's good. I miss her. I loved her.
I'm gonna put money on she's not. All right.
I'm
You know,
I'm gonna put money on the fact that a couple days later she realized that a dog ate her vagina and she
Yeah.
just fucking ate a bunch of pills.
I mean, we're talking about
No. Brandy's a survivor.
Brandy off herself, huh?
No.
Yeah, Brandy's skin.
Brandy gets hers, okay, motherfucker.
You think so?
She knew the whole time. She heard you get up. She saw you go for water. She felt pussy eating, and she did not care.
Oh, you think it was a?
That's happened.
I think
I've
she's
known
a
people that's happened
hustler.
to. My buddy, another
Okay,
guy
good.
from Bobby McGee's that you and I used to work for. I won't mention his name because I don't remember it. He was eating this girl's pussy that he met at the club. The little dog, some little fucking pup lap dog, was in his face, and he kept pushing it away. So he lifted up a little bit to swallow some of the spit that gathers. We've all been there.
Oh yeah.
Dog immediately went straight for the bean, and he hit the bean with the first lick. She looked down, saw that the dog was licking her pussy, and laid back down. And he swears
that wasn't her.
he swears this dog had been trained. This dog didn't have to find it or look for it. He knew exactly where that fucking bean was. And she laid back
That's
down.
what they call the.
Yeah, I just don't believe
so
the story.
beautiful.
You know what I mean? That just
That's
sounds
the
like
West.
oh fucking Kevin made some shit up and told you, and
No.
your fucking dumbass believed it.
No, this is a guy who's done some really fucked up stuff in his life,
See,
too.
I don't fuck with dogs in the room because that's a fear of mine, you know? I don't-
No, I have seen
I
it. I've seen
can't.
it in person.
Is
No,
it a
Your
fear
dog
of yours that
sleeps
the
in your
dog won't
bed.
go
I
for
bet it's
it?
happened to you.
this was Damien. This was a long time ago, but yeah.
Dog named
definitely-
Damien.
Chris,
Yeah.
isn't that move called the Eugene Levy?
What does that mean? Did
Well, he was in that one movie, Great Best of Show. I thought maybe that would
Oh,
coincide, or it could be the Westminster move.
Hey, you be careful,
I'm
Bob.
I like Westminster.
Don't throw any 80s or 90s movie references out there. Jason will eat your lunch for it.
Well, I mean, I won't, but then we don't know what
you're-
the fuck you're talking about.
Because he says, all he claims is that how fucking old I am.
Well, he's old, Bob, and I imagine you are too, since you're the
Oh
same age. But can you
Bob's
admit
older.
it? Can you admit it? I mean, I don't see anything wrong with being old. Chris just can't admit that he's old.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't-
pushing 60. I'll be 60 in May.
And would
And
you consider
I
yourself
swear
old?
To God.
And you're still
I-
shooting your
oh,
dick
Feel
up.
Ancient.
old
You're still shooting
Hey,
your dick so
Chris.
you can fuck.
in your heart and your dick.
You guys, there was a couple by the name of B and Anthony used to come in.
Be an
dance,
Angelo.
and they were
Be an Angelo.
Angelo. They were old. They were probably my age right now, but they would come in, and we thought they were ancient. We thought they're going to die at any minute.
But they would turn on this big band music and dance on the fucking dance floor.
that's
Like,
awesome.
like, hey, look how cute this is. Even though the woman looked like she was getting medium-level doses of electricity to her fucking face. She had this
You know,
dead corpse-looking face.
They called him Angelo, hung like a fucking horse.
He was hung like a horse. Those Italians, you know, Bob?
I believe that to be true.
They say those Italians have big, giant dicks.
All right, Bob.
I
Top
don't have any hair on my back.
top 3 crack cocaine story. Go.
Oh, crack cocaine stories. Holy shit.
Just one of your
Wow.
faves right off the bat.
Well, most of mine, all of my crack stories are true. I'm trying to think
Oh.
which is. There was one time where I never liked to smoke crack before I had to go to work because I would never make it to work. I always thought I could, but one time I went to go score. I was going to score. And I did, and I walked up to the house, and they said, "Hey, are you a cop?" And because I didn't look like your normal crack guy. So
Crack guy.
You're crack guy user. So I said, no, I ain't no fucking cop. I've been buying here for months. And he goes, no, you're gonna have to take a hit. And I said, oh fuck, I don't want to. And
Yeah, you
did.
said that.
I never made it. I did happen to call him and told him that I'm really on my way. And
somewhere.
Even though you knew you weren't on your way.
Well, I think crack's kind of like Pringles, right? Once you pop the top, you can't stop. You're not just going to take a hit of crack and then go do some shit and then later do some more crack like we do weed. I mean, some other people do weed.
Oh.
And
Is that true, Bob?
yeah,
Once you have a first one, you have to have more?
well, once I did my first one, I couldn't stop. I put on a
that's just the way it works.
nice pair of what is it? The garter belts and high heels and stuff, and I couldn't.
You had a crack outfit, huh?
Couldn't.
What?
Hey,
Well, no, this was in the bathroom of a Shell station.
hey, wait, explain
Is that
one
where you
thing.
found the outfit?
Because this way they'll know if I'm a liar or
I
not.
kept
I
it
told
with
these
me.
guys that when you went on your benders, you would take your paycheck and you would buy crack, you would get a hooker and go to a hotel room and do crack until it was all gone. Am I wrong about that?
Oh no, you're 100% right. Yeah.
Did you
Sometimes
fuck
it'd
the
be-
hookers?
No, it couldn't. Come on, it's like pushing a marshmallow in a light socket.
Well, then why
I
have them
couldn't
around?
do that.
You just needed some company?
It was mainly to watch them. It was a dark-seated, weird
You're a
thing.
watcher.
And then it just got
You just like
It
watching
just
hookers
got-
smoke crack. That was your thing.
because they were dirty, and I'd go, here's what I'd say. I say, hey, well, what happened to you as a kid? What
oh
happened?
my God.
Who got you first?
Bob, you're really
wanted to hear
super
those
white, aren't
stories.
you? You're like
Bob's
super
Mexican.
white.
Bob's
and like
Bob is
suburban
Mexican.
or something.
No, he's a
Like,
Mexican.
Why are you trying to analyze
I'm-
these girls?
He likes the
Oh, good
dirty
luck.
part of it. Yeah.
Because he's high on crack, too. I mean,
So
what the fuck?
So you basically wanted
yeah.
to fuck with him, like, hey, which uncle snuck into your room, this kind of thing.
Oh yeah. I said, did your dad used to do you? Come on, you can tell me.
Come on, you can
And
tell
I
me.
said,
Just your friendly neighborhood crackhead.
Did you ever make a real breakthrough?
but it always. Never got a breakthrough at all,
Aw.
except when they'd answer truthfully, and then I'd say, "Did he have a big dick?" And
Aw,
I needed that answer.
Yeah, you gotta
I
fill the
needed
fantasy.
That answer.
had to know.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit,
whatever.
I
man.
get you.
Yeah,
Sure.
I did that. I would put things inside of them,
Like what?
but
Does that cost as
Oh,
much,
like
like on the pay scale of the hooker? Because
I don't think these
You
hookers
got
got
the
a
hookers
list.
for free because you were giving him crack, right?
Oh.
well, yeah, I was giving them crack. Now here's one. Here's a true story that I'll tell you. I might have told it the last time, but I doubt it. And then I've got to get going after this. I'm up in Sholo, and I'm doing a medical drop. But so I'm on one of my benders, and I got this hotel room. It's a Best Western, so they have a coffee maker in there, and they also have one of those an air what is it called, a hair dryer, right? Blow dryer.
Yeah.
So it was kind of fancy for me. So I'm smoking like crazy. And I get naked and I shave my body, and there's so much hair around. It looked like the Yeti had shed all his hair. It was really gross.
You are a hairy dude.
I'm hairy. And so what happened was I used to tie my dick and balls up with stuff like rubber bands, and just to help out in any way, shape, or form to maybe get a hard on.
How would?
And-
Oh, okay.
It's like a cock ring. It
Go
was
ahead.
acting as a cock ring.
Once he finished his sentence, it clicked for
No,
me.
I
Yeah.
made my own cock rings. There was no. I once made a full outfit out of the curtains of the log cabin. A skirt, a fucking dress. But
It's easiest to
this
sell.
time-
Yeah.
I'm in the Best Western, and there's a coffee maker, and there's the blow dryer and the telephone. Remember the old real telephones that you'd have with push button, Chris?
Yeah.
They had the long cords.
Yeah.
And so I had all that stuff, and all of a sudden I hear this knock at the door, and I go, oh, I freaked out, man. And the lights were off. I freaked out, and then another knock. And so I get up to go look through the peephole in the door. And when I got up, I forgot that I had the phone, the air blow dryer, and the coffee maker cord all tied to my balls and shit. And when I walked up there, everything came off. Kadish, crash, glass breaking. It was so loud. So much for being stealth-like. It was a horrible experience for me.
This story, I believe, 100%.
All right, before you go, who was knocking at the door?
Yeah.
I never looked because that gave it away. I looked underneath the door, but you can't really get much of a description.
Yeah, especially at a hotel.
Well, Bob,
Oh, wow.
God, Bob, we're gonna call you again. Thanks for taking the time to be on this time. God, that was fucking
Yeah,
incredible.
nice to meet you, Bob.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
Bob,
appreciate it.
Whoopi's got
Whoopi,
giant
welcome to the
tits.
team.
Thanks, I've been around.
Wow.
Whoopi's got huge tits. Just watch one of the YouTube ones instead of listening. Just
Whoopi's
watch
got
one of them.
huge tits.
Whoopi's got giant tits.
Are they big areolas, or you got those?
She's never
small-
I'm not
shown them.
telling.
She won't show them. My guess is dinner plates.
I don't really know.
Yeah.
I've seen Whoopi's
Bologna
tits. Whoopi's
patches.
areolas are fine. They're not overly powerful like
See,
some.
normal.
I would just
The
call them
funniest
normal.
Thing,
Color of my lips.
why won't you show them? Show the girls right now.
Costs extra. These fools don't pay me.
It's true.
No, that's
Not a
true.
problem.
It's volunteer work.
Hey, the funniest thing that I've ever heard in my life that I've used a few times in the right rooms was something that I heard from Chris. And that is when he was describing the time where he had a wet fart and it looked like a bacon strip after it dried on his shorts. That is the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard. And
Still have those, Bob.
the bacon strip.
Hey, man, by the way,
Sweet
real
baby
quick, I know you
Jesus.
got to get out of here, but real quick, you're the same age as Chris, a little bit older. How many times in your life, and you've had some drug problems, so, I mean, this might be even more, but how many times in your adult life have you actually shit your pants, not including sharts?
Oh.
Because Chris told us he's over
wow.
a baker's dozen, and that just blows my fucking mind.
Full-on
Because
shit.
as a full adult, I've never shit my pants. I've sharted, all of us have sharted, but an actual full shit?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, you know what? I can say that maybe 2 times.
Okay.
And
That sounds like
maybe
more
2,
normal. And
but
you were a crackhead for
I
years,
kn-
Chris.
I'm telling you,
Oh, yeah.
What's your
shitting
excuse?
shitting your pants is not a crack problem. It's a too much alcohol problem.
I'm just saying, if you said, hey, this guy's never smoked crack in his life, and this guy has smoked crack in his life, which one of them has shit their pants more? 9 out of 10 times, we're going to point to the crackhead.
Right, I've never smoked crack before.
I know there's no correlation, but just think about you're going to point. In fact, it's probably
I'm at least
Stereotypes.
13 or 14.
Dirty, nasty, mean-hearted stereotypes about crackheads.
yeah, that's wrong.
You know what?
There's
The problem,
good-hearted
the
Like
deal
a
is,
judger.
the deal is that a lot of foods and some alcohols just don't agree with me, and they instantly
that fucked up
liquefy my
diet.
feces.
No,
Huh?
this was in the past.
yeah,
Eat oatmeal. You need some oatmeal in your life.
I appreciate you guys bringing up the topic. The stomach is gurgling right now. I have no sphincter muscles left after all the prison time I've done. I can't hold anything in.
All right,
It's
buddy.
going to go.
Better
I'm gonna
get to it,
spray
man.
like a goose. Hey,
Think of us.
I'm going to.
Yeah, think of Whoopi sucking it while you do that.
Yeah.
Try to imagine
Wh-
what these nerves
You ever
are.
come down to the desert? Whoop.
I haven't, but not saying I wouldn't
She's
take
free.
a free plane ticket somewhere. Hey, Bob.
So there is a chance.
There
There is
is.
a chance.
Yep, you may have a blumpkin in
you
your
can't
future.
rule out Whoopi.
All right. Until then, Bob, you enjoy your evening. We will enjoy
Thanks,
ours.
buddy.
Hey, appreciate it. And, never trust a fart is the greatest fucking podcast ever.
Thank you.
Aw.
I appreciate it.
We will talk to
got
you
it.
real soon, Bob. Have a good one, buddy.
See you.
10-4.
Right.
Cut him off.
That is a fucking funny dude, man.
Wow.
I'm telling you, he kept all of us in stitches every time you see him. He didn't have a fucking serious bone in his body ever. I mean, you could be talking about the war, and all that would be coming out is jokes and funny ones. I think the guy did like 8 years in prison or something. He told us the story.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of war,
Hey, we got one of them.
What is it good for?
My asshole of the week happens to do with the war going on over there in the Ukraine.
Okay.
My asshole of the week is George Takei. Fuck you, George Takei. Takei, whatever you're fucking... Yeah, we did just have that discussion.
Yeah, just had that big
I
argument.
said it the other way.
Yeah, and I ever said it was Takei, and then every time I actually talk about him, I call him Takei.
Right.
Either way, this fuckface, he's saying that Americans should just be happy to go ahead and pay this extra money in gas, so we don't buy Russian gas and we don't fuel Russia's war against Ukraine or whatever. Hey, fuckface, we're not all worth millions of dollars, all right? 20 cents a gallon adds the fuck up for the rest of us, all right? Calm the fuck down. I don't give a fuck what happens in the Ukraine, all right? That's it. Fuck you, George Takei, you're an asshole.
I was never a big George Takei fan anyway. I never watched Star Trek. Ever.
No, well, you're not a nerd.
No, never have been.
All right.
How do you spell his name?
Asshole. ASSHOLE.
He is worth $14 million.
Yeah.
So fuck
Oh,
you,
it's
George.
really not a lot, guys.
Hey,
It's
calm
worth a
down.
lot.
Calm down. Every time he goes to one of those nerd conventions, they drop him like $20K. You know,
Yeah.
he does a few of those a
Residuals.
year, and you're fine no matter what. Fuck
Yeah, so
you. I just hate the
pay
idea
the extra
that
25
when rich
cents.
people tell us that we should be all right with prices being raised.
I love when they do that too.
Yeah,
I
go
fucking
fuck
hate them.
yourself, man. We can't afford that shit.
I have an asshole of the week
Go for it.
because I heard more about him today. I've never really been a huge fan. As a matter of fact, I'm not a fan of this guy at all. I don't hate him, but I'm not really crazy about him, and that's fuck you, Pete Davidson, you asshole.
Huge dick on that guy.
I don't like Pete Davidson.
He's not funny.
No, he's not funny.
Oh.
I don't dislike him, but he's not funny. He's not, on Saturday Night Live, he's not funny. Right now, he's fucking Kim Kardashian, which is kind of funny because I hate Kanye more.
It's kind of
Very
funny.
funny.
So now, Pete Davidson, and he's doing these commercials. He's actually got himself convinced that he's got some star talent, and he doesn't. He doesn't have any fucking talent at all. He's not funny. His job is comedian, and he's not funny. When you're a comedian, you have one job. Be funny. He's not funny.
He's an all right actor. I watched his movie. He was an all right actor, but he was playing himself. So, I mean, let's see him play some actual other roles. Yeah, fuck Pete Davidson. I don't know what you're mad about, but
I'm mad now because
anyways.
now this guy, he went from, I thought, even though he wasn't funny, that he was a normal dude.
Yeah.
And now he is in talks with Jeff Bezos to be one of the passengers on his fucking
oh yeah,
space
he's going
flight,
to space.
yes.
Wow.
Well, that just means
He's
he has a
going-
lot of money.
He doesn't have a lot of money.
He has to. If
No,
he's
He
Saturday
bought
Night
a
Live does
club
not
with
pay much
Colin
money.
Yost.
SNL does not pay a lot of money. That's why the big stars leave it as soon as
yeah,
they
but
can.
what if Kim K is getting him for a birthday present? I mean,
Well,
that's not a lot of money to her. She's like a
No.
billionaire.
She's
So,
yeah, she's close.
and I
Maybe
don't remember
that's
what
it.
the price is, but I think the price is what is it? A couple million or something like that?
At least I can't.
Yeah, I
remember.
forget what it
There's
is,
a lot.
But
the
he's,
passengers.
he doesn't have a couple million. I can tell you that. He's not worth that.
He's probably got a couple million.
Well,
He
I'm
just
going to look it
bought
up
a
now.
boat
But
with
You
Colin
can't believe
Jost,
everything
and
you
they're
see on
gonna
the
make it a
internet, but I
dance
guarantee
club.
that he has a couple $1 million.
there's a thing called celebrity net worth.
Yeah, that's always bullshit according to all the celebrities. But of course, why would they tell the truth? You
Pete
dirty
Davidson
celebrities,
net
you.
worth.
You don't know how much taxes I pay.
Yeah.
Oh, it
I'm
says
Jump
oh
Creator.
fuck.
Yeah,
It says
but-
he's worth $8 million. I wouldn't think
he
he was
has
worth
the
that.
money.
He's got a smart water commercial.
does he?
Well, that's probably what his money's worth. He probably made a little bit of money on that movie with Bill Burr, and he's done
Oh,
some
Fireman
commercials.
movie?
But he
Yeah,
didn't get that
didn't
money
see
from
it.
Saturday Night Live because they
No,
don't pay.
right.
But he's my asshole. Now, I used to think he was normal and kind of cool, and I thought it was funny that he's fucking Kim Kardashian because I don't like Kanye or Ye at all.
I like how much they fuck with each other and stuff. That
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
cracks me up. And Kanye's a psychopath. He's sitting there like a truck full of roses and shit like that.
But I mean, Kanye's the guy who will fucking make a call and have you rubbed out one day. You know what I'm saying?
No,
he
he's
seems
not.
like it.
He's just a nerd.
He's crazy.
Yeah, but he's just a nerd. Like
He's riding a wave, man.
Yeah, he's not the. He always said that he's not the gangster kind of guy. You know. He's
Well, no, not the gangster type, but you're talking about the mother of his 4 fucking children. You know what I'm saying? That's a different animal when you bring in your fucking kids involved in
They
that.
had 4 kids.
4.
Really? She held it together.
Yeah.
I only remember 2 of them.
No, it said
4?
they said the other day they had 4. But I thought, what the fuck are you talking about going to space for?
Whatever. I don't
Because
care.
he can.
Yeah, because he's
Why
ripped
do
with
you
one of
do
those.
that?
I don't
It's
know.
really
I
quite
just,
a boring trip. They take you up long enough to like
Yeah, you don't get to like.
barely breach what humans consider the line of space.
Yeah, it's not like you're orbiting the fucking
You-
moon or anything,
You
the
can get
Earth.
in-
Yeah.
You can get in an airplane and reach 0 G's and like float for a minute. And come
Yeah,
back
you're
down
not
and
up there long.
technically go to
You're not
space.
up there long at all.
You can go the other way and look at Pete Davidson as like, this guy is ugly as fuck. He's not talented, as you said, but he's been slaying top shelf puss now for fucking 15 years.
Yeah, and
and
I
he's
don't know
worth
why.
$8 million and he's about to go to space. Well, there's something about that you should respect. This guy's playing it all with nothing to play. You know what I mean? He's
got nothing 'cause he's not funny.
He's winning the fucking pot with a 2.7 offsuit. All right, he's just
Well,
out there doing it.
I never
And
looked at it that way.
And then
That's
we're
a good way to look
shitting
at
on
it.
him like, oh, fuck him, he shouldn't get us. Yeah, he should. You know who shouldn't? Like Bradley Cooper or one of these insanely gorgeous guys. Fuck them. You know, they just got through by being really good looking. Jason Momoa, whatever the fuck his name is, with his
Momoa?
fucking. I don't want to know his name. He was his flowing hair and shit. Fuck him. But Pete Davidson looking like a fucking. Whatever the hell he looks
gum
like.
he scraped off his shoe.
Yeah,
or
he
some
does
shit.
not look right at all with the
no.
shittiest tattoos ever. His body's nothing. Now,
man.
according
And now,
to the ladies,
and now
he's
suddenly
slanging,
he
but-
thinks
sure he's
he thinks he
hanging.
can rap now. Thinks he's a fucking hip hop guy.
So
Does
did
he?
Rodney Dangerfield. Okay,
Rodney was a fucking hilarious.
stop.
Pete Davidson wasn't part of the Lonely Island Boys, was he?
No, that was Andy Samberg.
Okay, yeah. He was talented,
I thought he was funny.
but he was ugly. He had that big fucking nose
Ugly
on
as
him.
shit.
You
He's
know?
getting better as he gets older. He's
Oh,
one of
yeah.
those.
Is he
kind
growing
of
into that
guys.
face?
He's not nearly as ugly as he used
That's
to
one
be.
funny he.
Girls can't do that, by the way.
No,
No, girls,
No,
they
it's
don't
impossible.
get better looking
it's
as
a
they get
Benjamin
older.
Buttons thing. It comes with testicles. I don't know.
The dudes, we were like 45, 50. You're like, hey, he's finally starting to look all right, you know?
As I'm old now, I start to look at younger gentlemen's and whatever out there. I'm like, ooh, he's gonna be hot in like 25 years, man.
That guy's got a
Couple
future
of
on him.
kids, take the shine off of that smile. He's gonna look good.
How deep are we into this thing?
Oh, who cares? We're about 55 minutes. You want to get to the news?
We want to get to the news, and then I want to do my little contest with you guys. So go
Yeah,
ahead.
you do got some tits.
Yeah.
Shit. I forgot the news section is the problem every time because I never made a video. And last night I was like, hey, man, make a video. But then I fell asleep instead, and it didn't work out the way I wanted it to.
Just put up that picture.
But it doesn't matter. As long as I just keep on talking and then eventually get to it, no one will ever really notice the difference.
Oh, I see her up there.
There she is. Let's,
Whoopi got that news. Whoopi with the news. Yes, she reads shit. Whoopi with the news. Whoopi got that news.
you know what?
I gave it one of these.
That was so blown out. Let's just do it again.
Whoopi with the news. Whoopi got that news.
I like the old enjoy it.
The news. Yes, she reads shit. Whoopi with the news. Whoopi got that news.
There you go. All right, whoopsters, what's up?
Oh, I would like to come out of the gate with a lot of dead baby news.
Dead baby news.
Dead baby news.
As the name maker of a band called Eat a Fetus, I appreciate this.
Oh man, those were the days, weren't they? We were so young, little babies. 5 people arrested after a dead baby was smuggled into.
What are you smuggling dead babies for?
Would you like to guess?
Selling parts?
Where would you like to smuggle in a dead baby?
Oh, it's coming from Mexico.
Well, yeah, but it's in Mexico. But where are they taking it? They didn't get it at the border.
Wait a minute.
They're taking it to San Francisco.
To a location. Okay. Never mind, guys.
Hey,
5 people arrested after dead baby smuggled into a Mexican prison. So at first, investigators thought
Wait a
that this
sec.
was. They found the baby in a trash can
Well, that's
in
not
the
nice.
prison,
Yeah.
and 5 people were arrested. I don't unclear if they were all outsiders, but they're at first. I guess the best idea that folks could come up with is that this was an attempt to smuggle drugs in, but they searched
Inside
the
of
baby.
a dead baby?
In the baby, but they searched the baby. There's no drugs in there. It did not appear to be made into a human purse. So I guess the theory now is that the
Pocket
baby
pussy?
Was, no, not
The theory
quite
is
that
the baby
dark.
was one of the inmates' baby, and they have never seen him. That kind of thing.
It's just a baby they paid someone to bring. They were trying to like nail some of the guards and get them fired.
Well, they're going to fucking hide a dead baby in their pocket? How do you get them fired with a dead
I don't
baby?
know. I mean, I know how you bring the baby into the prison. How do you leave without it? How does, the dude, or I'm assuming dude, how does the person in jail smuggle it back into their
I'm
area?
confused. The
With
only...
a fucking blanket.
I
All you
think
gotta
these
do
people
is-
are wasting their time on baby corpses. They need to be bringing drugs in this prison so they can make some money.
Yeah,
Wasted talent.
I think the baby was getting brought in as a pocket pussy, and that's disgusting. But I think that's
No
what happened.
motive has been found.
But that's that's the kind of people that are in jail. These pocket pussy having babies. I
It
don't
has
know,
to
man.
be. They
That's
said it
so
was.
fucked
They
up.
It's so
definitely.
dark, but I mean, like, what else are you going to use it for?
They ruled out
I
witchcraft.
don't know. They ruled out.
Yeah, they
witchcraft?
ruled out witchcraft, guys. There were no spells put on this
I think in
baby.
witchcraft, you got to be the one to kill the person.
I don't know. I mean, if the blood's fresh, you gotta like pour it on people and stuff. That always seems to be a thing.
They just make that shit up as they go
Human
along because it's not
sacrifice.
real. So, like, they can do whatever they want. It's not like it's real. It's not like it's
Hey,
something.
only in Mexico. Weird little fuckers.
You think only
Well,
Mexicans
they're popping up everywhere. No, there was
knew
an
you hated
Air
Mexicans.
Mauritius plane, some European flight, and they found a newborn baby in the plane toilet. So they're just like in refuse
in the
bins
toilet,
everywhere.
not flush down the toilet, because there's no way it goes down that hole in a plane.
So,
It's a little
lady
tiny
just,
It
hole.
looks pretty small, but I don't think it's that small.
whoa, there's pictures?
I've actually never used a bathroom on a plane. I've flown a few times.
That's not real. That's,
me see.
this has to be Russian propaganda.
Fuck, was it alive?
Let me see.
It looks.
Oh, this thing lived.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, only one dead baby news. This baby
So
made it.
pregnant person had that baby in the toilet and then left it there.
Left it in the toilet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe it was a big fat girl who didn't know she was pregnant. That's happened before.
Oh yeah, there's a TLC show about
And
that.
she thought
You look.
she just dropped a deuce. No,
She thought it was someone else's
some
baby?
women don't look at their poop. I look at my poop when I'm
Well, I
done.
mean, once it comes out,
I don't
you
even
know.
think. I don't even think you have a choice on an airplane. The bathroom's so small, you have to look at it.
Well, but I mean, a lot of people
Turn
sometimes,
anyway, you run into a wall.
sometimes people flush when they're still sitting there. You know what I mean?
What?
Baby ain't
the
going
spray?
down.
Why would you do that?
There's no spray. There's no water
Are
in
you
those things.
insane? No, there's
It sucks it.
It's
It sucks it all
happening.
down.
bacteria.
Yeah, there's no
flying.
water.
There's no
in that
water.
one.
Well, I
in
don't
the
know. Like I
toilet.
said, I've never been in a toilet on an airplane.
No, it's like a
Me
vacuum.
neither.
As soon
I'm
as that
making shit
opens
up.
up, a vacuum pulls it all down.
How many times have you shit on an airplane?
One.
Okay.
Was it rough?
I had no choice in the matter.
Yeah, well, you never go if you have a choice.
Yeah.
Some people seem
I've
like they
peed on
can't
it.
wait
I've
to
peed
get
on
up
it
and
many
get in
times.
there.
I've peed on it many times. But only shit once, and yeah, I could. Fucking real hard to wipe my ass. I didn't like it. Plus, it's such a little tiny space. You know what I mean? And it's like when I poop, I like the legs open a little bit.
Yeah,
I like
relax, man.
Yeah.
Well, you don't relax.
Spread
You're in
out.
a room
I
like 2
relax
minutes.
for the 8 seconds that I'm in
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Do
but
you have to sit on a special pillow because you have
I
poop
poop
problems?
I poop so fast.
Do you use the stool? You should try the stool.
No. I don't need anything. I sit down. I'm up. My ass is wiped, and I'm out the door.
He poops quicker than most people pee. It's weird.
That's a
That was
fact.
kind of weird.
Yeah, especially for a man. It's very questionable.
Yeah, men are supposed to like
Yeah.
enjoy it a lot.
No, because I
It's
don't.
not-
I
no
don't
homo.
poop as often. So I think when it's ready, it's fucking ready.
Oh,
I gotta go.
you're not supposed to hold it.
What else you got,
You
Whoop?
guys didn't ask me, but I would like to say that my asshole of the week remains Kyle Rittenhouse. I suppose you could say he was at a point in time.
He was
Now,
found innocent.
What about him?
he's
Found innocent.
there's a new lawsuit. He's going after some folks for
Oh yeah, for slander.
besmirching his good name.
Oh,
You gotta
fucking-
love the
He's
fact that he's going
suing
after Whoopi Goldberg.
LeBron
Poor Kyle.
James, Joe Biden, and my personal
LeBron.
hero, Whoopi Goldberg. You may remember her from Jumpin' Jack Flash.
She's a cunt. She's in all
Fame.
kinds of trouble now. She's about to lose her job.
Oh yeah, she said
She's
some shit.
fine. You know, only white people die. Whatever she said.
Well, all LeBron said was wet tears. I didn't see one. Man, knock it off. That boy ate some lemon heads before walking into court. I don't think that that's like legally actionable.
no one believed those tears. He looked so stupid when he was crying.
His face, look at his stupid face now. It makes me laugh.
Oh, it's the worst. This guy's the biggest pussy ever.
man.
Come at me,
he's
bro.
the second worst crier in the world. Brad Pitt's the worst. Watch any movie he tries to cry. Not even.
Because he's too manly to cry.
That's what I'm
Brad
thinking.
Pitt don't cry in real life.
That's what I'm thinking.
You know, he smokes hash and chills.
Yeah, watch
got
him,
hotter, too.
Yeah, watch him in Troy when his cousin died or something. Horrible, the worst crier ever.
He's not used to it.
Oh no, and he's making that face.
He's a hero.
Yeah, he's a great. I love the guy. Love the guy, but he's a
Neither-
horrible crier.
Neither is fucking on the spectrum Kyle Rittenhouse. You know, he just don't know how to cry. It's
He was acquitted.
he's a quit.
He's a hero.
He's a douche.
He's going.
So
to,
is he
he's
your
going to
is he
UK
your asshole
Kramer.
because he's suing people? He's
Because
suing
he-
people with
yes.
more money than God. So
Yeah, move on with your life, son. Like you beat it. Move on.
Who cares?
He's not gonna win. There's no fucking way that he's gonna win any kind of lawsuit like that.
Why
all
are you
depends.
suing? Like,
all
he's-
depends. What if
grow
he
up.
gets a bunch of Trumpers as his fucking jurors? You
Grow
don't
up.
know.
Made himself a person in the public eye, and those people can't be easily slandered legally.
You can't talk shit about people that are in the public eye. Like, it's not. I mean, you can't get sued for it. Unless you're saying things that aren't like true. Like, Chris is in the public eye. Chris killed his mom. I can't be saying shit like that.
Right. Sarah Palin just had a lawsuit thrown at her.
But I can say Chris looks like a bitch all day long, and you can't do anything about it. You know what I mean?
But I guarantee Whoopi said he was a murderer.
What?
He's not a murderer if he was
Goldberg,
acquitted.
not you.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I think that's what he said. She called him a murderer.
Sister Act 2.
He's like, well, according to the fucking court system, I'm not a murderer. So, I don't know.
Was that the one with Lauryn Hill?
Sister Act 2 had Lauryn Hill.
Nice.
Not Sister Act 1 was just Whoopi, I think.
It was still good.
I don't remember. I don't remember watching 2.
I wouldn't even watch 1.
My gosh.
Fucking Whoopi Goldberg is a nun. Give me a break.
She's a Vegas showgirl in the witness protection program.
I got no problem with Whoopi Goldberg. Go on.
Jump Jack Flash. So, man, a lot of stuff going on in, like,
I didn't used to have a problem with Whoopi.
news.
I liked Whoopi and Ghost. I liked Whoopi in the fucking comic in the comic reliefs. She turned into a
what was the
cunt
one
later.
with Ted Danson?
She
like
was
when they
married
were
to Ted
dating,
Danson.
yeah, and they did that movie. It was
where he was a car salesman or a cowboy or something.
They were married for real life.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I always thought that was a weird one.
Yeah, because he could pull all kinds of ass. He was a good-looking dude back
He
then.
looks good with white hair.
Yeah, Whoopi
And
looks
she
like...
has never been attractive.
Nah, she looks like E.T. Like I'm just not into her.
This model's been trying for 7. They call her a model. I think she must be a model for like medical oddities magazines or something. She spent $150,000 over the last 7 years having 7 Brazilian butt lifts to try to have the biggest butt in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Why?
And she's just really, she's really bummed right now because she knows that she cannot find a longtime lover, full-time friend, because men are intimidated by her and afraid of her butt.
I don't like big butts, so I don't like her off the bat.
But I don't believe... I need to see this lady.
But at least she's getting regular medical procedures.
She's not even close to being in the wheelchair.
Unlike the 53-year-old woman who was recently...
But by the way, you walk her through the craps pit at fucking 11:30 at night, and there's going to be 15 dudes that want to fuck her. Oh, yeah. So I don't believe her.
Brandon.
Well, that's why this nice lady, Maxine Messam, 53... she wants a butt like that. She doesn't have a butt like that. She's got a cool motorcycle and a matching helmet, but she wanted that butt. So she went to a DIY butt implant lady, which apparently are all over the place. They just shoot your butt up with...
I'm done feeling sorry for her.
Saline solution, liquid silicone, motor oil... And so whoever was working on her butt fucked up, and she coded, I guess. They dumped her body outside of a hospital and left her there, and she died.
She did?
Yeah.
She died over a butt implant.
Yeah, 2 women also recently were convicted of murder for the same thing that they did to someone.
Did you make the motor oil part up, or is that actually...
No, I heard about that too.
That's real.
Motor oil?
It's viscous,
there's been some plastic surgeons that maybe aren't plastic surgeons, but they studied for a while and they think they know what they're doing. They literally give boob jobs the same way. They put motor oil, they put other shit in there too that's really fucking dangerous.
Apparently the butt job is supposed to be like a solid kind of implant, not...
Do you remember that
liquid.
one was putting a form of concrete in there. It was a rubbery concrete.
I think that's the people who just got...
You'd shoot it in there like a resin, you know what I mean?
Yeah, whoa, whatever, man. Just be happy with your butt, or maybe go do some lifts.
Yeah, that's
you know
all.
what I mean. You can get a butt if you really put your mind to it, or just who cares?
Yeah,
not old concrete oil butt.
People out there be judging. You gotta have a good look.
I'm just saying, I don't feel sorry for her for dying. Am I a horrible person?
No.
I do because
I
feel
sorry
to
for
feel
anybody dying.
Pretty either one of two things. Either you have been completely swindled and you believe the person trying to sell you the service can do it, or you're so desperate to change your body and unable to afford expensive
that you're not
services
going to a reputable place to get a butt implant
because you're maybe that costs a lot of money.
Well, then don't do it.
Well, she wanted to do it.
I want to ride a helicopter over fucking your mom's Uranus, but I can't afford it.
It's a stupid way to die.
Stop it, Squeaky!
It's terrible.
Oh, sorry.
People are gonna think there's a mouse loose in the studio.
There probably is one in here. You said there was mice in here.
Oh, I'm sure there's mice in here. They're chilling. They're in the corner.
I was wrong to shit talk golf the last time I was here. Now I know that.
Thank God we don't remember.
Full contact men's tough sport. celebrity athlete, which is written here as celebrity athlete, but I think that they meant celebrity athlete. Is the star of The Bachelor playing on a celebrity like golf tournament. And he was really bad at golf. He's barefoot in this video, and he's getting ready to drive a ball, and he drives it right into the nuts of a photographer that's sitting like 15 feet away.
Does his nuts blow up?
And yeah, they hurt him real bad. They hurt him real
Golf
bad.
ball fucking hard, man.
And I heard him on the video go, "Why are they sitting right there?" Well, because you're not supposed to shoot a golf ball to your right. It's supposed to
Well, the only
go
good news is
this way.
he can't be held responsible. That's the only good thing. It won't cost him anything.
What did he finish with?
I have no idea.
Double bogey. Double ballski.
It bounced off the balls and made a hole in one.
Hey, we're getting tight on time, so we're going to have to go right to your tit segment, I think.
Okay, now
if this
is a
is
quick
this something that
contest?
Whoopi has to be here for or something?
So-
Yeah, it's like, I want it to be a contest between you two. I'm going to
Okay.
show you a pair of tits.
All right.
And then I'm one at a time going to give clues about who it is. And whoever can guess whose tits
Oh,
those
these are
first.
celebrity tits?
Celebrity tits.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah, I'll give you clues about
Somebody's
them.
good at acting.
Okay.
This is not her body.
And there's 5, so best 3 out of 5 wins. And I've got a bunch of sex toys in the car. You guys can have your pick if you win.
I'm fine.
Okay, because these are
My gift is you keep.
ugly tits, right? Right here.
It's not
They're
that they're
not
ugly.
ugly.
It's hard to decide because you can
They
tell
look
the
like
girl
fried
has,
eggs if her arms are down.
You can
She's
tell that
so
her
skinny.
she's skinny and her arms are up. You can tell.
All right, here we
so-
go. I'm just going to go give a fact about them.
The nipples are fine.
One at a time. Was one of the hottest stars in the business
Gwyneth Paltrow.
when I was growing up.
Oh,
What?
Farrah Fawcett.
When I was a little older than that. Been in a million movies.
Sally Field.
Meg
Has-
Ryan.
Hey! That's Meg Ryan's tits right there.
Meg
My next
Ryan's
one would have been, has a
titties.
bunch of plastic surgery.
Sleepless in Seattle.
Those
All
are
right.
Meg Ryan's tits.
All right, next titty.
Okey-dokey.
Okay.
Ooh, what's going on here?
This person enjoys being naked in
Angelina.
public. She enjoys being naked in public. She's really weird. She's a singer.
Brittany?
She has a real scratchy, rough voice.
Is she dead?
Has
yeah.
a famous father.
Ooh, famous father. Scratchy
I'm not
voice.
real good with
A country singer father.
I still don't know.
Miley Cyrus.
That's Miley Cyrus.
That's Miley
right
Cyrus. She
there.
looks real skinny
Yeah,
right there.
that's Miley's tits.
She goes in and out of being
Miley.
attractive.
She does. I agree with you
But
there.
she's too skinny right
It's
there.
hair and wardrobe with her for sure. She gotta get. A
She got a pretty
cheeseburger.
face.
She gotta get a lot of cheeseburgers.
She got a hell of a voice.
Yep.
So many cheeseburgers.
Oh, look at those.
All right, these
titties.
tits.
Those are not your tits.
These were one of this girl was a huge star when I was in high school.
Nev Campbell.
Love
Come
Nev
on.
Campbell.
Dog, that was in the 90s. He was in the 90s.
Oh no, I'm just trying to think.
Was
of
in a
women.
million
late
movies.
70s.
Was in a million 80s movies.
Jodie Foster.
is known for being an 80s movies person.
Jodie Foster.
A John Hughes person.
Oh, I don't know any of those
Oh,
names.
Molly Ringwald.
That is Molly Ringwald's tits right there. Now, how can you ever get a picture of Molly Ringwald's tits? I guess as she got older and she wasn't getting any parts, she said, all right, I'll do topless.
No,
Not
that's a
bad
super
tits.
zoom. She's on vacation on Topless Beach.
Those
No,
could be,
those are nice
Those could be,
Paparazzi
they
got
could
her.
be stunt tits.
Ooh.
I mean, they got stunt tits in the music. Or in the
Her
business.
head's above there. I cropped all these.
Oh.
Still could be stunt tits, man.
Whoa, those
Pam
look
Anderson.
hard.
Hey, Pam Anderson is
I recognize those tits.
Pam Anderson is correct, and right now we're tied at 2 and 2.
They do
'Cause
look
that's from
hard,
Barbed
'cause
Wire,
they are
right?
hard.
Is that what it's from?
I believe so. It's from that horrible movie.
All right, we're tied 2 and 2. The winner of this one is gonna
I commend you. That was quick. Whoa, that's a man.
No, but those are just
That's a woman.
again a lady that needs to eat.
Very famous TV star. Beautiful face.
Cameron Diaz.
Is black.
What? She's a weird color of black.
She's very light skinned
Oh, is
black.
this Vanessa Williams?
It's not Vanessa Williams, who was
Vanessa
my
Williams
favorite
got
back
some
then.
hooters.
Was married to Lenny Kravitz,
Zoe
Oh,
Kravitz.
Kravitz, yeah, Zoe.
and now married to Jason Momoa.
Lisa Bonet.
Lisa
No, they
Bonet
just broke
from
up.
the Cosby
They
Show.
just broke up.
Oh.
That's still her tits.
Well,
broke up.
Now those are horrible looking to me. Now she's laying
a
on her
bad
back.
angle.
They look like road cones. I like the pointy nipples and all that, but those
road cones.
those are so pointed.
She's
I don't know
really
if I like
into
it.
She's,
Well,
she's
super hot.
beautiful.
I know celebrity tits more than you know celebrity
so glad.
tits. All right, that's all I want to say on that one.
Yeah, I was looking for a pair of Rosie O'Donnell tits, but they're just not out there.
Not enough rosy titties out there?
No, I looked
It's
at
on the dark web.
I looked at every lesbian website there was.
Man, I had something I wanted to say in the middle of all that, but I was like, I'll wait till the end, and now I totally
Middle
forget.
of the tits?
Yeah, the middle of the of that segment. But oh well, you know, go fuck myself. Not gonna happen. But do you have one of these?
All right, I'm going to give you a would you rather.
Damn right you are.
Because of what we've been talking about. That's what
Son
I was
of a
looking
bitch.
for. I was looking for one of these that fits in with the topic of what we've been doing lately. I've decided that after this one, I'm going to get really gross into my would you rathers. Right now, I'm trying to see the real you.
Start that now.
Trying to see the real you. Okay. Would you rather shit your pants once a month? Once a month. Okay. Never knowing when. Sometimes you'll be home in bed. Sometimes you'll be at work. Sometimes you'll be at the pool. But once a month for the rest of your life, you're going to fully 100% just shit your pants.
I got a little something like that going on right now.
So this
See,
doesn't
that
apply to
ain't-
Chris.
that ain't
'cause
no
this,
thing.
this doesn't apply to Chris because he already shits his pants once a month. So.
See, I actually have to shit right this second
Yeah, so do I.
because I'm doing this detox thing.
See, with the diet.
Oh, my God. I really might have to get up and run right now.
What do you mean detox? You're
Your
a
liver
child.
detoxes your body.
Chris just shit himself.
You don't believe in your liver. I
my
see him
God.
clenching the shit out of his ass. Oh, wow. He's got his underwear in there.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that gross fuck. All right, would you
That
rather?
was a clench.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Would you rather? Oh, let's just finish it off for him. Would you rather?
Would you rather suck a homeless man's dick or shit your pants?
Yeah, that's probably
He's
what
really homeless. He's like super homeless.
He's so homeless, and you know, homeless guys, they're dirty.
He's
They're
homeless.
so dirty.
4 seasons a year he's out there.
4 seasons. He's not homeless in San Diego.
You know what would make me not choose the homeless man?
What?
If he was one of those stolen valor guys who's like Vietnam veteran, but he's like 37.
I want to be one of those guys just for fun. Just start wearing all like Marine clothes all the time. I actually know a guy.
Hey,
he's-
where'd you serve? The Da Nang.
This fucking douche I used to work with does that. He's always wearing Marine shirts, and then like he wasn't in the army, he wasn't in the Marine. What are you doing?
That reminds me of another tour manager. His name was fucking Sarge. And he has a stencil of his own head in his flat top, and he does that with the boots and the fucking whole outfit. And he'd go around everywhere he went and put his own head stencil on there. I'm like, dude, I think it was he a bus
What do you mean,
driver?
he put his own
He might have
stencil
been a
on there?
bus driver.
Oh.
He was either a tour manager or a bus driver or one of them ones that's both. But he had a stencil of his own head, and he would put it on like walls and colored it with Sharpie on doors.
Yeah.
and-
I'm still laughing just at the look on Chris's face. Chris, I think, may have shit himself on the show. I'm not sure exactly, but I think that's what just
pants
happened.
were dry. They were really sucked into that butthole. It was an emergency clinch situation. Like, he did not even let it go to clear the wedgie.
What is he
just
taking a
hung
cleanse
onto
for?
it.
Did he become a lesbian? What's he doing? A cleanse?
Because sometimes you feel like you just gotta
Oh,
reset.
shit, dude. You're 57. Every time he takes a drink of orange juice, it's probably a fucking cleanse for him. You know, like, I don't think he needs to do anything special.
Aw,
Poor old man.
guy. Be nice
Oh,
to Chris.
shit.
Be kind.
All right, well, fuck Chris. So here we go. Oh, no, we've already had one of those. We're going to change it out. All right, fuck you. There's Chris left, so fuck you, Chris, for leaving in the middle of the show and taking a cleanse. Your old ass shouldn't be cleansing, all right? Just give it up. You're gonna die soon. You don't need to take anything special. Just fucking let nature do its course. Until next time, fuck you, Chris, and that's the end of the show. You have anything to say, Whoopi?
That's the end.
You can kindly fuck off now. Please subscribe and share. Well, you can kindly fuck off now. Subscribe and share.